American Idol, they asked us to sum up our life goals, and I said I wanted to be a loving father and a faithful husband and a servant of all. And I think the servant of all, that's the main one, and I think that's what we're called to be. And it's to give our life for God, to give our life for those around us, to give our life for the good fight. My name is Jason Castro, and I am second.
LancasterOhio.tv presents the Mid-State League Game of the Week, where Fairfield County high school athletes show their drive to succeed and their commitment to teamwork. This broadcast is a community service of Fairfield Media, high school media students and volunteers working hard to bring you the best in Mid-State League sports. Turn it on, crank it up. It's time for the MSL on LSM.
Welcome everyone to Fairfield Christian Academy. Tonight on tap for you we have a Mid-State League girls varsity volleyball game between the homestanding Fairfield Christian Knights and the visiting Berne Union Rockets. I'm Dave DeWeese with you tonight calling the game. Alongside me is my good friend Nate Howes, senior here at Fairfield Christian Academy. We have a game on tap for you tonight between these two teams. This is going to be the first time that these two teams have met in league competition. They've played several times before over the years, being close in proximity, but this is going to be the first time that they come together as Mid-State League opponents.
We're looking for a good matchup tonight between both teams. Both coach well. Tonight's starters for the Knights is Ruthie Johnson, number 5. Number 7, Maggie McGee. Number 9, Samantha Collier. Number 10, Mariah Huth. Number 16, Lindsay Beatty. Number 23, Madison Doolittle. And the libero, Caitlin Speakman.
And for the visiting Berne Union Rockets, we have senior Rachel Childers, number 3 starting. We also have senior Lauren Tebben, number 10. We have junior Abby Wright, number 14. Number 22, senior Helen Morrow. Number 25, junior Megan Shepard. And number 34, Lauren Zodi. She's a sophomore. Berne Union has received the first service. And number 3, Rachel Childers puts it across.
Set by number 3, Rachel Childers. Knocked across to number 34. Lauren Zodi, I'm sorry.
It'll take us a little bit of time to get the Berne Union girls down here, but yeah, they score the first point of the match.
Service again by Rachel Childers, number 3. Set by Ruthie Johnson, number 5. Number 23, Madison Doolittle. It is out of bounds.
Point goes back to Berne Union. They have a 2-0 lead here early in this match.
Service again by Rachel Childers, number 3. Ball is up by number 16, Lindsay Beatty. Hit by Samantha Collier and blocked by number 10, Megan Shepard. That was a good block.
Good block. Samantha is a freshman playing for Fairfield Christian this year. Had a little trouble getting around that block.
Ball is up. Hit up by Samantha Collier. Attempted by Fairfield Christian Madison Doolittle, but just couldn't get it over that net. Stumbling over one player there.
Coach Ruiz for Fairfield Christian takes a quick timeout as their team seems to be a little bit out of sorts right now, and Berne Union certainly has an upper hand. These two teams come in to tonight's play with similar records. They actually both have won their only games they've played in the Mid-State League so far. Berne Union beat Millersport, I think earlier this week that match was, and last week Fairfield Christian played Grove City Christian at their place and won that match. Overall, Berne Union comes in with a record of 1-3, so their only win is against Millersport. They've also played some close games against Sheridan, Groveport, Madison, and Madison Christian, but have lost those matches. Fairfield Christian has a record of 2-3 overall. Again, their one league win against Grove City Christian, and then they also beat Eastmore on Saturday. Their losses have come to Madison Christian, Shekinah, and Groveport Madison also. So some common opponents between these two teams.
Let's see what happens tonight. Service up by Rachel Childers. Maggie McGee with the set. Ruthie Johnson to number 9, Samantha Collier, and it is out. Can't quite keep it in bounds right now.
And senior Emily Sullivan coming in for the Knights right now to replace Samantha Collier.
Rachel Childers getting ready to serve. Serves up. It is out. So as a gift there, Rachel Childers serves it long, brings the serve over to the Knights. Lindsay Beatty, a junior, going back to serve. Getting ready. Serve is up. Set by number 22, number 33, number 10, Megan Shepard.
Short set there on the middle attack took the Knights off guard. They weren't quite in position. Another point for the Berne Union Rockets as they are up 6-1.
Number 12 with the serve, Mariah Kyle. She is a junior. Serve is up. Got by number Caitlin Speaking, number 19. Madison Doolittle, number 23. The ball is in. Point for the Knights.
That was a real nice little roll shot there by Madison Doolittle and found a coffin corner, I guess you could call it, although that's not the correct term in volleyball.
Yeah, it works. Ruthie Johnson getting ready to serve, number 5, a sophomore. Set by number 3, number 22 across the court, Ruthie Johnson. Set up. Number 3 sets at number 22. Madison Doolittle with a hit across the court, and it is out.
The Knights recovered from some problems there earlier in that volley and did get the attack up, but Madison hit it long. So that'll bring the serve again back to Berne Union here. We have a substitution for Berne Union, number 11 coming in. That would be Riley Snook, a junior. She's replacing number 10, Laura Temin, a senior. Looks like there may be just a little bit of confusion on the lineup here. Didn't have a chance to introduce the 2 coaches for tonight's squad. Mr. Mike Miller is, I think, in his 2nd season with Berne Union. He's been a coach at several of the schools around here in a couple of the different sports, and actually a longtime friend of the Deweese family. And that's the coach for Fairfield Christian is Miss Mary Beth Deweese. A close and personal friend of mine.
Oh man.
She's actually, I think, in her 7th season with Fairfield Christian. So as we're waiting for him to sort it all out, it looks like number 12 is going to be going back to serve. It's Kirsten Merrigan that came in also at some point.
Sophomore.
We didn't have a chance there to introduce the libero for Berne Union. That is sophomore Allie Tabasco.
All right, Fairfield Christian with the serve, number 5, Ruthie Johnson.
Must have been a substitution error there or something that gave the serve back to Ruthie.
Serve is up, number 12. Over to the Knights, Ruthie Johnson with the set. Emily Sullivan with the hit. Rachel Childers, number 3, with the hit across the net.
Nice dig there by libero Caitlin Speakman.
Caitlin Speakman across the net. Number 3, Rachel Childers again. Number 10, Lauren Teben with the hit. Up by number 34, Zodi. Ruthie with the set. Emily with the hit across the net. Nice hit.
Nice
Zodi
volley
with the
here
set.
by both squads. But
Teben.
somebody's going to have to get it in.
She snuck that in there right on that line. Man, good hit by Teben.
Okay, now we get a substitution in. One we thought was coming earlier. That's 11 Riley Snook going back to serve now that she's getting the opportunity. Scores 7-3 in favor of Berne Union.
Riley Snook with the serve. Set by Madison Doolittle. Ruthie Johns with another set. Madison couldn't quite get it over.
I'm not quite sure what was going on there, but
it's all right.
It's a little bit of the set being way off the net and Madison not approaching it correctly, but in any case, it's another point for Berne Union as they're up 8-3 now.
8-3. Riley Snook with the serve, number 11. Set by Allison Albert. Madison Doolittle, number 23, over the net. Rachel Childers with a nice dig. Caitlin Speaking over, and it is out. Nice effort by the Knights there. Actually on both sides. Good digs.
Right now, both teams are hustling out there, but the Knights are just making a few more mistakes, and Berne Union's being solid on their defense.
Riley Snook with the serve again. Caitlin Speaking. Ruthie with the set. Allison Albert, number 9, across, and it is good.
That's what Coach DeWeese is looking for there. A little bit of offense, nice attack, and Allie Albert getting the kill.
Emily Sullivan now on the line, serving for the Knights. She is a senior for us. Serve is crossed, and it is out. A little less power there, huh?
A little bit. Caitlin Speakman comes back in as the libero in the back row on the substitution there. Number 10, Mariah Huth, is in the front row now for the Knights.
Number 34, Zodi up with the serve. Serves across the net. Lindsay Beatty with the set. Allison Albert, number 8, with another set. Mariah Huth over to the net. Rachel Childers, number 14. Abby Wright. And they got the point. Wow.
I think Fairfield Christian had someone out of position that time because that particular spot on the floor is not supposed to be that wide open.
Yeah, for sure. Gotta make sure you cover all the court. Over the net, served by Zodi, and it is out.
Coach Mike Miller's got a few gray hairs there, but those kind of serves are going to give him a few more.
Don't tell that to his face. Madison Doolittle, number 23, over the net. Rachel Childers with the set. Number 34, Zodi, and she hits it out. A little strong there on the hit.
Well, that was a good serve by Madison. She served it deep, and Berne Union had trouble getting it up to their setter, so they had to settle for a back row attack, and unfortunately she hit it long for Berne Union.
Doolittle with the serve again.
This time
Snook,
they get it
number
up.
11. 14 cross. Abby Wright out of bounds.
That was a close one over there. But the line judge had a real good look at it. Little by little, the Knights are starting to creep back into this one. They're only down now 7-11.
Madison Doolittle again with the serve. Over the net, hit by number 12. Over to Madison Doolittle. Ruthie Johnson, back to Madison, over the net. Rachel Childers, the 22. Nice dig by Madison Doolittle. Couldn't quite get it though. A little bit of substitution here. Number 25, Helen Harrow. In for number 20, number 22, Helen Harrow is out and replaced by number 25, Megan Shepard. Service is good by Helen. Nice dig by Snook, couldn't quite get it.
It's really nice to see Allie Albert now. She's had 2 nice kills and put them down. She struggled a little bit earlier here in the year, so I'm sure Coach DeWeese is really happy to see her get a couple of nice attacks like that.
For sure. She's really hustling out there. Maggie McGee, senior for Fairfield Christian, up with the serve. Waiting on the line judges here. Maggie up with the serve. Number 34 is Zodi. Up to Childers, number 3. Lindsay Beatty with the set. Couldn't quite get it high enough. Didn't even give her teammates an opportunity there.
You know, what was nice is the Fairfield Christian did a real nice job of covering that second hit dink by the setter over the net. But then Lindsay wasn't quite ready for the pass to come to her and didn't get the ball up.
Abby Wright, a junior, with the serve. Madison Doolittle. Number 5, Johnson. Over 10, Huth. Childers, number 3. Sets it up. Childers, nice over the net. Nice hustle there. Number 5, Johnson. Back to Berne Union, Childers. Number 10, Mara. Childers with the set. Number 25, nice. Got it over the net there. Megan Shepard, junior.
That's one of the, when you're out there playing as hard as you are and it does one of those, you just get a little deflated. We'll see how the Knights pick up on that. If they can pick themselves back up here and get the side out.
Right with the serve. Johnson up. Maggie McGee hit it over, number 7. Childers up. Over, man. Nice hit there by Laura Teben, the senior, making her mark.
Second time Berne Union's used that little short set in the middle for that middle attack, and Fairfield Christian's had trouble handling it.
Right over, number 14. Johnson with a hit over the net. Set to Childers, number 3. Doolittle to Ruthie Johnson. Childers to Teben. Johnson, number 5. Beatty Nice back hit over the net. Childers to Teben. Johnson up to Beatty. Nice hit in the backcourt. Wow.
It was one of those situations where Fairfield Christian finally got one to go their way. They kept after it. Finally got Lindsay Beatty set up there where she found the back corner. Berne Union kind of vacated it.
Found a little pocket there. Number 19, Speakman, senior for the Knights. Serve up to Teben. Childers. Number 25, Chevy. Knights just snuck that one right in there.
That was good net play there by senior Emily Sullivan. She anticipated it. The ball was right over the net. You're allowed to hit it when it's in that situation as long as it's not all the ways over on their side, and she was able to get it down.
Good positioning. Speakman out of bounds for the Knights. Couldn't quite keep her serve in. Childers in the backcourt, ready to serve. Serve is up. Speakman with the dig. 5 Johnson. Beatty with the hit. Johnson to Sullivan. Back over. Oh man. There's some fierce fighting right there by the net, man. They just couldn't quite keep it. They snuck that one right in there. Childers with the service. To Speakman. To Johnson. Sullivan. Childers to Shepard. Teben. Nice hands up there. Nice block by the Fairfield Christian Knights. Using that hustle out there. Both teams are hustling awesome. They're both working really hard. Beatty with the serve. To Shepard. Childers with the hit. Back to Beatty. Johnson. Doolittle with the hit. Backcourt. To Childers. To Zodi. Kate Eaton Speakman with the dig. To Doolittle. Number 21. Zodi with the hit. And again, man, those Knights have been getting their arms up there, blocking that hit 2 times in a row now.
Fairfield Christian still down 17-12, but getting a little bit of momentum, so Coach Mike Miller from Berne Union takes the timeout. Try to stop the momentum there. Volleyball is a game where it's probably one of the games I've noticed that I've watched, volleyball as opposed to football, basketball, the other games where momentum is just something that gets going in this game, and sometimes it's hard to stop. So
once that fire gets going, it's hard to put it out.
It seems that way. It seems like one team will be down and then they'll start coming back, or if one team just starts getting the upper hand, it sometimes just kind of snowballs on them. So Coach Mike Miller, of course, a veteran of the game, kind of knows that himself and took that time out there, even though they were still up by 5 points, trying to get his team grouped back together. Didn't like what he saw out there.
See if they can get the momentum going again.
This will be an important serve here after a timeout. You like to make sure you get your serve in and try to keep that point. So Lindsay Beatty, the junior, back to try to do that.
Number 16, Beatty with the serve for the Knights. Over to the Rockets. Childers with the set. 25, Shepard. And it is inbounds. Knights just couldn't handle that.
Substitution for the Rockets.
Shepard out. In for Shepard is number 12. Number 12. Kirsten Morgan. Kirsten Morgan with the serve. Speakman to Beatty. To McGee. Zodi with the hit. Number 10, Tiber. Doodler with a hard hit. Over to Tiber. Tiber over the net. Johnson. Back to Doolittle. Back court. Set by Childers. Number 21. Over the net. Johnson with the set. Doolittle with the palm over the net. Childers with a hit back over to the Knights. Johnson to Sullivan. Back to Childers. To Zodi. To number 12, Morgan. Over to Childers. Ruthie with a hit. Back to Sullivan, back to Ruthie. Man, nice hustle there by number 21 on the Rockets. Lauren Shepard, man, she really tried getting that ball, but it was a little bit too far out of reach.
There's going to be a little disagreement here. Coach Miller thought that it was still in play and that his players had a chance after that, but the officials blew the whistle. I'm thinking that she actually went past the net on that one to the other side. I'm not sure that that's legal, and I think that's what the down official, which we haven't had a chance to explain the official or introduce them yet, but that's Brian Rusterholtz that's down on that one, and now he's explaining it to both coaches. Mike Porter is the up official on the ladder. So it looks like it might have been an inadvertent whistle. Evidently, he did think that she was still in play. So they're going to be doing this one over again.
All right. See what happens. Morgan with the serve. Over to Speakman. Ruthie with a hit. Doolittle with a hit in the backcourt. And it is over and good.
A nice little kill there by Madison Doolittle finding that back corner. She earlier had a real nice series there where she had 3 different hits. She went, and Berne Union just was catching them all. They were doing a good job defensively. She ended up with the 3rd trying a roll shot, and they still got it. So that time she just went for the back corner and said, forget this, I'm putting it away.
Johnson with the serve. Over to Zodi. Zodi with it over the net. Albert to Sullivan. Childers to Zodi. Zodi with a nice hit. Nice dig by Speakman. Johnson over the net. Childers back to Zodi. Teban. Nice dig by Speakman. Just couldn't get it over.
Nice athletic play there on that side by Speakman, getting it up. Knights almost got that one over.
That would have been good.
Number 11, Snook, comes back to the game to serve for Berne Union, who's now leading this game 19-13.
Snook with the serve to Doolittle, to Johnson, back to Doolittle with a hit, out of bounds.
And Madison was trying to go for the other back corner, but hit it wide. Berne Union with a 20-13 advantage.
Snook with the serve, over to Albert, Johnson, Doolittle with a hit over the net. Berne Union just couldn't handle that hit.
Well, that time they had a double block on Madison, and she was able to hit it off the right blocker's hand, and it just kind of dropped, and no one of the Berne Union players could get in there to dig it.
Sullivan with the serve to Zodi. Number 3, Childers, hit over the net. Albert with the hit over the net for the Knights. Right, number 14. Sullivan to Johnson. Couldn't get it over. The score right now is 21-14, Berne Union's lead.
Coach Mary Beth Louise takes her 2nd timeout. That's her last timeout. In volleyball, each of the coaches get 2 timeouts per game. It's also a best of 5. So, if they happen to get to the 5th game, they will only go to 15 points instead of the 25.
Okay.
If you're new to volleyball, you'll notice that there's a point awarded on every time that they play. It's called rally scoring, and they go back and forth. But you will have side outs. If you win the point, you also get the serve. So right now, Berne Union still in control of that, as they are serving right now, still up 7 on Fairfield Christian, 21-14.
See what happens in these last moments of this game. Number 34, Zodi in the backcourt with the serve. Getting ready. Ball is up and hit over the net to Beatty. Johnson and Albert combined to Hoof, and Hoof just couldn't keep it in. She hit it wide again.
Down 14-22. Fairfield Christian's time's running out on this game.
Zodi with the hit to Beatty. Albert set to Hoof. And it is in by the skin of their teeth.
Hoof comes back with a nice kill that time after the last one was hit out wide. She found that back line, hit it.
That's good. Never understood that expression, by the skin of your teeth, but let's go with it, I guess.
That's what it was, I guess.
Madison Doolittle with the serve in the backcourt. Number 23 is Zodi. Number 14, right. Johnson up to Beatty. Beatty with the serve to Huth. And it's in. Wow, another one right on the line. She's sneaking them in there.
Well, what she's doing is giving Fairfield Christian a fighting chance here. They're back now only down 6, 22-16.
Doolittle with the serve. Over to Snook, number 11. Childers with the set to Zodi. Zodi over Johnson. Johnson over the net. Childers with the set. Back over to Berne Union. Childers set to Zodi. Zodi over Johnson. Beatty with the set to Huth. And it is out.
The net kind of caught that one and shoved it the wrong way. Berne Union has another substitution.
Megan Shepard in for number 12, Kirsten Merrigan. Number 21 to serve, Lauren Shepard for the Rockets. Over to the Knights, Doolittle, to Speakman, Huth over. Shepard with the dig, over to Childers. Speakman with the hit, to Johnson, to Albert. Back to the Rockets, Shepard setting up Childers. Beatty to Huth. And it is, didn't go over. Couldn't quite make it.
And that brings it up to set point.
Set point. Shepard, number 21, in the backcourt. It is out.
So with what's left of a little bit of breath or life in them, Maggie McGee comes in for Fairfield Christian. She's going to try to bring them back. They're down 17-24, and it's still, again, set point for Berne Union.
See what happens here. McGee, number 7, with the serve to Zodi. She tried getting it, but she couldn't quite set it for the team.
Yeah, Lauren Zodi there was a little bit indecisive. That ball came across. Couldn't make her mind whether or not to bump it or get her hands up. Went off. The ace went to the Knights.
Knights with the serve. Shepard with the hit. Nice hit over the net, and that is game point by Lauren Shepard. I'm sorry, Abby Wright, number 14.
So with Berne Union taking the first game, we're going to take this opportunity to take a little time out. We'll be back with you after the teams switch sides for game number 2.
Ohio Christian University offers accredited, career-focused undergraduate and graduate degree programs for busy adults. Classes are convenient, offered online or evenings and weekends at our 12 locations. OCU will prepare you for your next step and help you discover your higher purpose.
We invite you to attend Ohio Christian University.
Still okay to call the game and say who's got it, where, and stuff like that, but you just don't want to be, you know. Well, welcome back to Fairfield Christian Academy here as Berne Union takes game 1, and they're up 1. They're going to try to take 2 more from the Knights here and get this match tonight put away. Fairfield Christian, of course, going to try to rebound here in the second game. Score of that first game was 25-17, I believe.
Yep, yes, sir.
The final score on that. Both these teams are going to be in action again next Tuesday night for league action. Berne Union, believe, has a home match with Harvest Prep. Coach Miller was telling me Harvest Prep is going to bring a couple tall girls into the gymnasium they're going to have to be ready for. On Fairfield Christian side, they do have some matches this weekend on Saturday. They have actually a tri-match up. I think it's at the Worthington Christian Invitational, it might be called. They'll be playing teams like Delaware Christian up there in Whitehall. And depending on what they do with those 2 teams, they will play a team from another pool, and that has yet to be determined. So they'll have 3 games there. But then they come back to league action with a home match against Millersport on Tuesday, September 10th. So both teams have a lot of the season left, if you think about it. Fairfield Christian's gotten in 5 games, and Berne Union's in 4. So this is a young season. And I think as you watch, Nate, some of the play out there for Fairfield Christian, you kind of see a little bit of youth on Coach Mary Beth's side. They that last match had some really good runs, but also a lot of mistakes here and there, whereas the Berne Union girls, for the most part, were able to be a little bit more consistent. And I think that was the telling tale in the fact that they won the game 25-17.
Worked well as a team.
So as they get ready here to take action, we do want to point out that the football team for Fairfield Christian has home game this weekend. I believe it's Northridge that they'll be playing.
Yep.
And I'm assuming with the home game that the media team will be there taking care of that one too, and it'll be on TV.
Actually, we will not. We will be filming Miller's Sport play.
Oh, okay. There we go.
And then also
I guess I got to get the schedule down before I start talking about it.
And then Saturday at Walklands Memorial, Fairfield Christian Academy's cross-country team will be racing, hoping to place well there.
Now that's a good plug coming from a cross-country runner there.
Little biased.
Well, I was a cross-country runner too when I was in school, so I know what that sport's all about. And sometimes that's one of the hardest things because, you know, you just don't get a lot of the, you know, fan base out there and stuff like that. It's a long, hard run.
It is.
You know, so those guys that run cross-country, they got a special, they're a special breed, I say.
Special followers too.
Yep. So Fairfield Christian's going to start off the second game with the serve, and Lindsay Beatty, number 16, the junior, will be the one putting it in play for the Knights to start it off.
See if we can get some good action here in this second game between both teams. See if Fairfield Christian can work a little bit better as a team. You know, get rid of the little mistakes they're making and just really perform well. So
Coach Deweese made an adjustment in lineup, and senior Emily Sullivan is starting this game in the center spot there.
Beatty with the serve to the Rockets. Rockets get it over to the Knights. Nice hit by Sullivan over to the Rockets. Man, got it right in front of them.
Well, if you wanted to script a first point start for the Knights, that was the way to go. Berne Union got a nice attack down. We got to dig up, and we were able to get an attack back that just went over the net and dropped in.
Nice. Beatty again with the serve.
Another nice serve. Lindsay Beatty has a really nice serve back there.
She really does. Speaking with the set to Beatty. Couldn't quite get it over that net.
Number 3, Childers back to serve for Berne Union as it's tied 1-1.
Serve is up by Childers. Johns with the set to Sullivan. Sullivan hit to the backcourt of the Rocket side. So to hit over. Knights just couldn't keep it going.
Madison Doolittle was in the right spot that time, had her hands up, just came off and went out of bounds instead of getting back in the court.
Rockets with the serve again. Couldn't quite get over the net. Rachel Childers, number 3.
Allie Albert coming in for Maggie McGee to go into front row. See that a lot in volleyball. You have your back row players, some players that only play front row, and then you do have those that do play all the way around. But in this case, Maggie gives up the front row spot there to Allie. Albert, number 8, and Berne Union hits one in the net there.
It is now 3-2. Fairfield Christian's up. Johnson backcourt, ready to serve.
A little better start for the Knights in this game than it was in game number 1.
Hoping to keep that lead. Speaking with a hit up to Albert. Huth with a nice sneak over the net. Jody got in down low to get the ball. She couldn't quite get it though.
That was actually Doolittle who hit that one in there. She's got a nice feel for the court and where the open spot is, and that time it was a nice little roll shot right over the net and into that corner where it wasn't covered. And the media team has found that sneaking out on the court is not something the officials are going to let them do.
They caught him red-handed.
Mr. Jordan Brake down there on that camera.
Innocent as can be. Johnson with the serve in the back left corner of the Rocket side. Snuck it right in there, a little pocket.
What's interesting is normally on a delay like that, that hurts the server, but Ruthie Johnson able to find the open spot in Berne Union's defense.
Johnson with the serve, back to the Rockets. Jody with the hit. Couldn't quite get it over.
And the momentum on the side of the Knights as Coach Mike Miller has seen enough and decides to take a timeout.
See if they can get a little bit of strategy going here, a little bit of momentum in their way.
Well, and this is the way it goes in volleyball. You'll see one team kind of take a little bit of a lead, and the other team tries to fight back, and it just kind of shifts back and forth. So whatever happened between the games there with Coach Mary Beth Deweese on the bench, she got a message across because the Knights have come out. They're up 6-2.
Wow. All right, getting ready to serve. Ruthie Johnson again in the backcourt. See if she can get a couple more points for the Knights. Johnson with the serve. In the backcourt to Probosco. Teed with the hit to Beatty, and Beatty she tried for it. She got down there, but she just couldn't get it.
That's right there where you see why volleyball coaches like to take timeouts at certain spots. Coach Mike Miller got his team settled down. They came back, got the side out and the point.
For sure. It's working for him. Johnson with the set to Albert. Back to Probosco. Couldn't quite get it.
That's Allie Albert's third kill of the night.
She's having a really good game just being a sophomore. She's brought some really good skill to the Knights.
As I mentioned earlier, if you take a look at the lineup that Coach Mary Beth Louise has, it's a young lineup. The future is bright.
Sullivan with the serve. Right at the feet of the Rockets.
But that's experience back there. Senior Emily Sullivan putting down the ace.
Sullivan again with the serve. Hoping to do the same. To the Rockets. Bouncing off the players, they couldn't quite get it.
Knights now up 9-3 as Sullivan continues to serve.
Emily Sullivan again with the serve, see if she can keep her streak going. Over the net again to Childers. Zodi with a nice tip over the net. Huth to Doolittle. Childers to Zodi. Some good sets going on here. Nice hit by Doolittle over the net for the Knights. Number 10, T-Burn in the backcourt to Sullivan. Couldn't quite get a handle on it.
That was a situation there. They were going back and forth, and what they really needed, each team needed, was a really solid set. And Berne Union was the one that finally got it, gave the opportunity there to senior Lauren Tevin to put it down.
Snook with the serve for the Rockets. Johnson set to Huth. Nice block there by the Berne Union girls volleyball team.
And just like that, Berne Union's back in it, only down 4, 9-5, and they have the serve.
Snook again in the backcourt. Johnson with the hit for the Knights. Zodi for the Rockets. Back to Speakman. To Albert for the Knights.
Nice save there by Lindsay Beatty on the side.
Huth with a hit over the net. Right at the feet of Snook. Riley Snook.
Coach Luis would like to see a lot more of that. That ball was heading out. They got a good defense, got it back in, and actually got an attack. And Mariah Huth with the kill.
Good hit by Mariah. Doolittle in the backcourt serving for the Knights. Abby right with a hit over for the Rockets, and they got the point.
No lack of communication there on that hit that came over. Knights will have to try to get it back.
Seen that a couple times recently with the Rockets in this game. Doolittle, Johnson. Doolittle with the hit over. Hit the Riley Snook for the Rockets. Couldn't quite get a grip on it.
And that comes up as a kill for Madison Doolittle from the back row. Megan McGee in to serve for the Knights.
McGee with the serve, over to the Rockets side. Right with the hit to the backcourt to Doolittle. Johnson snuck that one over in the corner of the court, and she got that point for the Knights.
Now that's Coach DeWeese could be happy there. That's a great decision by a freshman there, coming up and seeing that back corner. She was able to punch it, get the ball to roll right into it.
Nice effort there by the Rockets, but couldn't quite get it up. Number 22, Mara with the hit. Couldn't quite get it over.
Another point for the Knights, and Megan McGee gets another service point. She's back there again.
Serves up and over. Childers with the hit over the net. Johnson set up to Huth. Nice hit by Huth right over the center. Number 22, to Speakman. Speakman with the hit to the over the center. Right with a nice hit. Madison Doolittle with attempt, she couldn't quite dig it out.
That time Berne Union did an excellent job of finding the hole in the Knights defense. Found a section of the court that wasn't covered, and even though Madison Doolittle tried to get there, the ball dropped in.
Snuck it right in there. Morrow with the serve, and I believe that's considered an ace, is it not?
That's what that's called.
That's an ace.
In volleyball, you can have more than 4 of them, too.
Wow.
Not like a card game. It wasn't really that hard of a serve. It's just some miscommunication there between Caitlin Speakman and Madison Doolittle in the back row.
Morrow with the serve again for the Rockets. Hit over by Lindsay Beatty of the Knights. Snook with the attempt, couldn't quite get it over.
That was a nice outside set. They kind of need to go outside, I think, a little bit more to Lindsay Beatty. She's not getting a lot of sets on the outside. I know they're trying to move around, share the wealth, but she's one of the solid attackers here for the Knights. She needs to get a few more hits.
A little more action for her.
Speakman.
Serve for the Knights. Childers over to Shepard, number 25. Tipped out of bounds.
You know, that's one of those where the Knights got their hands on it, and that actually kind of hurt the coverage because it killed the ball and it just kind of dropped behind them and nobody could get to it. They are still leading 14-9, but it is Berne Union serve as Libero sophomore Allie Probasco
number 10
is back to serve.
Some communication going on between the ref and the official, or the official and the coach, my bad. See what's going on here. Probasco in the backcourt, serving for the Rockets, number 1. Johnson set to Sullivan. Blocked by number 10. Nice block by Laura Teeman, man. She really got up there, used her height, put up her arms, and stopped that ball.
This time, Coach Mary Beth Louise for the Fairfield Christian Knights takes time out before she sees her team sink any closer here in this match. So Berne Union down by 10. 14, a score of 10-14, only 4 points. They are still serving also too. So we'll see how they do coming out of this timeout. It's always an important thing for both sides. You call a timeout. Still kind of a bit of a chess match between the coaches. Coach Louise is hoping that she can kind of get the side out on Berne Union. Of course, Coach Mike Miller over there is telling his team, we got to get this point, keep climbing back into it.
14-10. Knights still with the lead.
Nice crowd here tonight for this Mid-State League volleyball match between Berne Union and Fairfield Christian.
It's always good to see loyal fans supporting local teams, you know, showing their support. All right, Probasco with the serve for the Rockets. Doolittle with the hit over the net. Berne Union point. Ruthie just couldn't get a hand on that ball to get it over.
And the momentum, and you can kind of feel it right now shifting back to Berne Union's way.
Probasco against the serve for the Rockets. Sullivan with a hit over the net, and again blocked by number 10. Man, Laura Teeman, she uses her height to her advantage. Service again by the Rockets. Backcourt to Speakman. Hit by McGee. Couldn't quite get it over. The score is now 14-13 as the Rockets ebb closer.
Knights have given up, I think, now 5 straight points, maybe?
Probasco again with the serve for the Rockets. Beatty with a hit into the net. Substitution, number 11, Speakman for Ruthie Johnson, number 5.
It's actually Mackenzie Speakman, younger sister to the Libero, Caitlin. She is just a freshman, so one freshman in for another there. She goes in for Ruthie Johnson.
Speakman with a hit to her sister, Mackenzie. Sullivan with a hit in the backcourt, and it is good.
Emily finally got that one to go over the block and into the back of the Berne Union defense.
Beatty with the serve. Childers with the hit over the net for the Rockets. Sullivan with a hit, and a little too much power on that. It is now tied again to 15-15 with the rocket serve by senior Childers, number 3. Serve is good. Doolittle with a hit, number 23. Couldn't quite get it over.
Well, what started out as a really good start for the Knights now is kind of disintegrated as the Berne Union has taken the lead by 1.
Hit the Beatty in the backcourt. She hit it out of bounds.
Coach Luis takes timeout. That's her second one for the match, so she's going to be out of timeouts here. She's going to have to leave it on the girls to try to get back in this one.
Score is still close. The Knights down by 2, 17-15. See if they can, get their game back and, get back in this. You're right. I am starting to see that the momentum does shift side to side, side to side.
As a basketball coach, it drives me nuts this game because you got one team that just is like you're thinking they're just going to dominate the game and win, and the next thing you know, they're down 2 points. So Berne Union's made some good calls with timeouts, and they just started to hustle and get the ball back.
Childers with the serve for the Rockets. Kenzie with the set. Doolittle blocked again. That is her third, if I'm not mistaken, her third block tonight. Number 10, Laura Tibbin.
A couple of those haven't actually even made it over the net. So although the opposing team's been there for the block, the actual problem has been that it just hasn't been there.
Yeah.
Now that time they got the block on it.
Again by Laura Tibbin.
Having a lot of trouble getting it by her the front.
Childers with the serve again for the Rockets. Beacon with the set. Beatty over the net for the Knights. Hit by Megan Shepard, number 25. Nice hit there by Madison Doolittle. She powers it on the Rockets.
What I like about that one is they finally went back outside. They had not had an outside attack, I think, during that long run that they were having trouble with, and they got it out there, and Madison was able to put that one down.
Good shot by the Knights. Served by freshman Speakman. Sullivan with a hit over the net for the Knights. Tabasco tried setting up her team. She couldn't quite connect.
She got her hands on that one, sent it to the front, but it was just a little bit too low. Nobody could get to it. Speaking with the serve again.
That one will hit the net and die.
And so with that, number 12, Kirsten Miragun comes in to serve, and the Rockets are up 20-17.
Beatty with the set. Doolittle. Childers to Teeman. And that was another hit for Teeman. Another score for the Rockets. Another point. .12 with the serve for the Rockets. Mergen. Doolittle with the tip over the net. Number 21 for the Rockets hit out of bounds. Lauren Shepard.
Well, with the score 18-21, the Knights down, and senior Emily Sullivan goes back to try to get him back in this one.
Serve is up and good. Childers with the tip over the net. Huth over. Childers with the set to Teeman. Nice hit by Albert. Couldn't quite get it. The Rockets couldn't quite get it. That was a really nice hit by Albert there, freshman. Way to connect. Sullivan with the serve for the Knights. Basco to Teeman. Doolittle with the hit. Albert over. And that is a Knights point. And
this time, before the Knights get any closer, Coach Mike Miller takes a timeout. That was a real nice play there by the Fairfield Christian Knights. Ball's going back and forth, and they hustled after it, kept going. Finally got the attack to hit on the outside, and Berne just kind of shanked it off and had a little trouble with it. But gets game back in range here for Fairfield Christian. They were up most of this match until Berne Union went off on a really long run there in the middle. Fairfield Christian just couldn't get anything to go right for them, made a lot of mistakes, and the momentum shift over to the one-way. Now it's starting to shift back. We'll see whether or not this timeout works to Coach Mike Miller's favor here as Emily Sutherland back to serve again.
21-20, Rockets with the lead. Sullivan for the Knights with the serve. Teeber with the hit over for the Rockets. Albert sets up Huth. Nice hit over the net. Zodi to Childers. Good hit for the Rockets.
Doolittle with the hit.
Doolittle with the hit.
Man, that was Albert on the other side. She's not the normal setter there, but Speakman, number 11, who is the setter, had to take the first hit. That put Allie Albert in the position where she had to set Doolittle outside and got it to her for the kill.
Good shot. Sullivan with the serve to the Rockets. Beatty with a nice effort, nice dig for the Knights. Doolittle over the net. Back to Sullivan. Albert sets up Huth. Backcourt. Nice point for the Knights.
Little by little, things are starting to roll right for the Knights. Score back on top.
Score's not yet, 22-21. Knights favored. Sullivan with the serve. Back to number 12, Kirsten Morgan.
Coach Mike Miller, wishes he had another timeout the way he looked over at the official there. Both coaches are out of timeouts. The only thing they've got now to break service is maybe a substitution, but neither one is probably going to pull that out here as it's getting close.
Sullivan gets the serve to the Rockets. Back to Childers.
That brings us to set point for the Knights at 24-21.
Let's see if they can do it here. Sullivan again with the serve. Set point. Sullivan with the hit over the net. Zoder with a nice back hit. Keeping with the hit for the Rockets and is out of bounds.
So with the score 25-21, the Knights come out on top in game 2. We'll take this little commercial break. Come back to you in a second.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
I don't really.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
As we come back here from our commercial break, this is MSL on LSN. Here covering the Berne Union versus Fairfield Christian Academy Knights game. The score, the game score, overall scores is 1-1.
This gives us an opportunity here. Games are tied up. Talk a little bit about the change in Fairfield Christian's league status. This is a new year for Fairfield Christian as they have joined the Cardinal Division of the Mid-State League. Moving into that division also along with them from their old league of the MoCal is Grove City Christian. And they join Cardinal Division teams that were already there in Berne Union, Millersport, Fisher Catholic, and Harvest Prep. So those 6 teams together now form what is known as the Cardinal Division of the Mid-State League. There's been a little bit of an alignment there. Things started to change a little bit when several of the schools that were in the Mid-State League, both in the Ohio Division and in the Cardinal Division, moved back to forming the Licking County League. It's a league that used to exist a long time ago, Nate, and they disbanded for a while and went off to their different leagues. And so now teams like, for example, Newark Catholic and Licking Valley and Licking Heights, they're all coming back together along with Washington Memorial to form that Licking County League. So things kind of scramble up a little bit. Another change comes in the departure of Canal Winchester, who used to be in the upper Buckeye division. They've now gone to the OCC. So with a lot of alignment and everything, it opened up an opportunity. And I think one of the nice things about this for Fairfield Christian from a stance is the locality of the teams they're now playing. Back in the Mid-Ohio Christian Athletic League that they were in, they were traveling as far as Delaware Christian to go to games. Now they've got a lot of games, 2 games that are going to be really close.
More local.
More local. You've got Millersport that's close, Fisher Catholic, and they played those teams in the past, but they never had league implications in it.
Exactly.
So, and of course now also all those teams are have football league that they can get into. So that was one of the things that here at Fairfield Christian they were really missing by not being in a little bit of a bigger league, because they and Grove City Christian were the only teams that had football
programs. Yeah.
So, well, as we get ready to start the 3rd set, both teams winning a set so far. Berne Union will be back to serve again, and they'll have service. And their first server, as it has been in the first 2 games, will be Rachel Childers. She's a senior for Coach Mike Miller. And it looks like Coach DeWeese is going to start off with the lineup that she ended the last game with. She has freshman setter Mackenzie Speakman in there right now in the front row. Back row consists of libero Caitlin Speakman, Maggie McGee, and Madison Doolittle. And Lindsay Beatty and Emily Sullivan round out her starting crew for this 3rd game.
Childers with the serve for the Rockets. Speakman with the set. Rockets couldn't quite get it over the net there.
That was a nice little change in attack that the Knights had there, if you caught it. They kind of had a... now this is where my volleyball knowledge needs some help a little bit, but the move that Beatty did on that attack is something we haven't seen yet.
Sullivan with the hit for the Knights. Tipped off Childers and out of bounds.
That's nice, 2 attacks right in a row here to get Knights up again early, 2-0, as they take the early lead.
Beatty in the backcourt for the Knights. Junior. She hits it out of bounds.
Lindsay Beatty's one of the better servers on the Fairfield Christian team, but if there's one little problem she has, she just demonstrated it. She gets a little excited sometimes and hits the ball long. That gives the ball back to Berne Union. They're just down 1-2 early in this 3rd game.
Kirsten Mergen with the serve for the Rockets. Kenzie with the set, Sullivan. Sullivan, nice hit over the net. T-Bin with a nice hit. Doolittle with a good placement. And that is a point for the Knights. Point for the Knights.
Madison Doolittle starting up her game there, finding out that she's not going to just go straight through them. She's going to go around them and get that ball down. And even though it's a little bit of a dink, it still in the statistics counts as a kill.
Speaking with the serve, number 11. Childers with the set, to T-Bin. Nice block there by Doolittle.
Nice block by Doolittle, but Berne Union recovered quickly and got another attack on it there.
T-Bin again with the hit. Doolittle with a hit over the net for the Knights. Nice recovery by Zoden and the Rockets. Sullivan over to the Rocket side. Childers.
Nice volley here both ways. But part of it's because you're not getting a solid attack. Neither team yet has gotten the set that they want. Now here we may have one. Yeah. Nope. Sullivan hits it into the block.
Good wall they have there. Riley Snook serving for the Rockets. Looks like we have a...
I think now that they've got 2 games under their belt, both teams kind of have filled each other out a little bit. And you're going to see this game, I think, be a little bit tighter the whole way through. I could be wrong on that, and we'll find out, but that Snook hits it in the net, so the serve goes back over to Fairfield Christian.
Sullivan with the service. Zodi with the set to right. Into the net.
It's funny as you watch volleyball teams play. It's a combination of just the right set, right in the right spot, and the attacker getting it. That one right there, the set was, I think, a little bit further outside than she wanted, so she hit it in the net.
Number 22, Morrow, couldn't quite get it over. Nice attempt, though, by the Rockets. The score is now 62.
This game's almost going just like the last game as far as the script, with the Knights getting out to an early lead.
Another point for the Knights there.
I lost track of exactly how many Sullivan has here in a row.
She's doing really well. Sullivan again with the serve for the Knights. Zordy with the set to Childers. Over the net to Childers. Albert sets up Huth. Huth with the hit. A little bit of net action there. Wright hits it out of bounds.
That was a nice thought there by Wright. She saw it, the back corner was a little bit open and tried to go that way with the set. Fortunately, it just went a little bit long for her.
Sullivan with the serve for the Knights. Nice dig there from the Rockets. Azordi taps it right back over the net onto the Knights.
There's one thing that's been common in this game. It's been that the Knights have had a lot of trouble getting past Berne Union's block in that center spot.
Kenzie sets up Huth. Huth with a hit right in the back corner.
That time Huth changed her approach, decided not to go into the block, but go over it and find that back corner.
Good placement there.
That's about the third or fourth time the Knights have found that back corner. I think it might be a strategy they want to keep using.
Yeah. Doolittle with the serve for the Knights. Couldn't quite get it over.
That hurts that momentum swing there a little bit. Madison not getting that one over. She actually had a kind of a funny twist on it as she hit the ball. A little bit of a spin.
Helen Morrow with the serve for the Rockets. McKenzie set to Huth. Huth over to Morrow. Zordy with a nice hit over on the Knight side. Beatty with the hit. Good intentions, but couldn't quite keep it in.
That was the right attack that the Knights wanted right there. Beatty just hits it a little bit wide. So Berne Union coming back with a couple points of their own. They're down 5-9 now.
Berne Union with the serve. Couldn't quite keep it in.
Number 21, Shepard, comes back into the ball game now in the back row for Berne Union.
Helen Morrow. McGee with the serve for the Knights. To right. Set to Zordy. Speakman to Huth. Good hit there by Childers for the Rocket side. Knights couldn't connect. A little bit confusion there too, I would say.
Yeah, well, they just on that first hit didn't quite get a good up for anybody to get to it, so they kind of then were in scramble mode. That gives the serve back to Berne Union, trailing 6-10.
Number 14, Wright with the serve. Speakman with the set to Beatty. Out of bounds.
This time Coach Deweese, first one to take the timeout. Her team ahead 10-7, but Berne Union crawling back into this one. So with that timeout, both coaches are going to talk to their teams a little bit strategy here. Coach Deweese right now is talking to her team saying, hey, settle down a little bit. We don't want them getting on a run here and getting back into this. I'm sure Coach Miller's encouraged his team to put the pressure on and keep Fairfield Christian on their toes right now.
Both teams out here to win the game relentlessly. Right in the backcourt, number 14 with the serve. She is a junior. Serves up. Doolittle with the hit. McGee set it to Speakman. Kaylin Speakman couldn't quite get it over.
That one kind of had a bad smell to it all the way around after that first serve. Doolittle didn't quite get the ball cleanly fielded on the serve receive, and then it didn't quite work out for him.
Right at the feet of McGee.
Another ace.
Nice placement by Wright. Wright again with the serve for the
number 5, the freshman Johnson, Ruthie Johnson, back in this time, replacing Doolittle in the back row.
Kenzie with the set to Beatty. Nice hit by the Knights. T-Man snuck it right over there, right in the midst of all the Knights players.
And momentum swinging back Berne Union's way as they've come back to tie this ball game up, 10-10.
Right again with the serve. Backcourt. Serve is up. Kenzie with the set to Beatty. Childers tried to stick that one over, couldn't quite get it.
That was a nice little hit there by Beatty in the middle. She's normally an outside attacker, but in that rotation she had to take the middle hit. Got it to the block and just fell over the fingertips there.
Number 1 Probasco in for Wright. Childers set to Teven. Nice hit to the back corner. Sullivan.
Number 10 in the net on that block right there. She's been having a lot of really good blocks, Tebben has, but that time they kind of caught her touching the net as she went up to block it.
Caitlin with the hit. Speakman with the hit over. Teven with the hit right into the net. Couldn't quite get it that time.
Well, that's that little short set in the middle and that middle attack that they've been so successful with during the first two first games tonight. And that time they just came up a little short on it.
Speakman with the serve for the Knights. Shoulders over. Kenzie Speakman with the hit. Speakman with the set. Beatty with the hit over to the Rocket side. Zordy with a nice, powerful hit, but again, just right into the net. She couldn't quite sneak it over.
They really like to set Zodi up in the back row when they get an opportunity, but that time she couldn't bring it home for him. Beatty's attack on the other side, though, that was a really nice hit for him. So Coach Mike Miller takes time out there as the Knights have the momentum going back their way now as they've jumped up here 14-10 after it was just tied 10-10.
Wow. 14-10.
So with this timeout in action, we'll go ahead and remind you that Fairfield Christian Academy football team will be playing at home against Northridge. I believe that game's in New Lex for their home game this weekend. So
yes, it is.
If you're wanting to get out and see that ball game.
And also all you cross-country fans will be racing at Walker Memorial High School Saturday morning.
Not going to let us forget about that one, are you?
No, I'm not.
That's good. Speakman back to serve.
Speakman with the serve for the Knights. Over to Zordy. Rachel's with the set to Zordy. Hit right in the midst of the Knights players. That's a point for the Rockets.
And that timeout worked to Coach Miller's advantage as they get the serve back on the side out and the point. Now trailing 11-14.
Childers with the serve. Nice hit by Beatty right in the backcourt. Wow, good athleticism, good height there. Nice hit.
And she goes to the back row now, but while she was in the front row, setting her was a good option for the Knights there. She got several kills. Now their options in the front row are going to turn to Emily Sullivan in the middle and Ruthie Johnson on the outside in the attack.
Shepard with the set. Wide left.
Beatty getting a little pumped up on that last serve there. Got an ace. Up 16-11. She'll serve again.
Beatty with the serve. Probasco sets Childers. Speakman. Sullivan with a nice hit. Out of bounds.
Right idea there by Sullivan, trying to get past the block and hit the back corner, but it just went a little bit wide. So Berne Union stops the Knights' run there, and they'll get the serve back, trailing 12-16. Again, both teams have won a set so far, so it's tied up 1-1 for the entire match.
Mergen with the serve. Sullivan set to Speakman. Shoulders to Teben. Johnson with a nice hit. Sullivan over the net for Basco. Jordy with a hit into the net.
That was the case there where the Knights just kept working at it and working at it. Didn't make the mistake. And Berne Union unfortunately did. Gave the Knights the point and the serve back as Speakman goes to the back row to serve.
Freshman, Mackenzie Speakman, serves right into the net.
And there's a little freshman mistake there, getting a little bit pumped up, and could have used that one back for the Knights.
Number 11, Riley Snook, in for number 10, Teben. Snook will serve for the Rockets. Johnson with the hit. Knights. Snook trying to get that one over from the backcourt, but
doesn't quite make it over for her.
Didn't quite make it.
That's one of those things where that first pass, that first receive is so important because they didn't get that quite right, and then the rest of their attack just didn't quite get there.
Weren't in sync.
Sullivan, who served several points earlier in this match, back there again.
Johnson with the hit for the Knights. Ball's high. Shepard tried getting it, but couldn't quite connect with that.
So Sullivan gets a service point and is up 19-13, and Coach Mike Miller takes his second timeout here of this game. That's his final timeout.
Second and final timeout for Mike Miller.
I think he thinks that they still got a chance here if he can just get his team to pull together and get this point back right now and get a side out. I think Sullivan's the one back there serving right now. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
So with the number of points she was able to garner earlier in this game, this is a good option for the Knights to have her back there right now. In the front row, the Knights have 3 attackers right now in Albert, Huth, and Johnson. Their setter in the back row is Speakman, so they've been running a 5-1 tonight for Coach Mary Beth Louise.
Sullivan in the backcourt with the serve. Serve is over to Snook. Zordy sets right. Nice dig by Sullivan. He can't quite get it over. Good attempt by the Knights, and nice playing by the Rockets.
Just what Coach Miller wanted, to get that point and get the ball back.
Zordy with the serve for the Rockets. Huth with the hit.
Nice coverage there in the back. Same thing by the Knights.
Nice job, Speakman.
Unfortunately, they couldn't recover to that. And so creeping back into it is the Berne Union Rockets. They're only down 15-19 now.
4-point difference here in this game.
Zodi again back to serve.
Zodi with the serve. Ruthie with the hit over the net. Nice hit there by Berne Union last minute. The Knights again couldn't quite hang in there and get that.
Now Coach DeWeese takes her second timeout. I think this is her second timeout.
Both coaches are out of timeouts.
So with her team up 19-16, she doesn't want it to get any closer.
You can see both coaches right now really trying to hit home how important this game is and how important it is to win it. And I think both teams are going to come out from this timeout and play hard. Excited to see what happens.
That's very true, Nate. When you've got the first 2 games split at 1 apiece, this third game can be very pivotal. A lot of times the team that wins this third game can go on and get that 4th one under their belt, and it's very hard to crawl back. So both teams would really like to get this one taken care of.
Zodi in the backcourt for the Rockets.
She's serving down 16-19.
Johnson with a hit. Shepard right in the backcourt, and it is marked out by the line judge.
Close back there, but I think that was the correct call.
Johnson serving for the Knights tonight. Number 5, a freshman. Shoulder sets up Zodi. Zodi with a hit over the net. Beatty with a nice power hit, and it is tipped out of bounds by the Rockets.
And once again, I can't reinforce enough how important it is for them to get that attack with Lindsay Beatty on the outside. She has a knack for that cross-court hit, which gets it past the block. And as long as she can get it down, it's a very difficult one to handle, as Berne Union found out that time.
Served by Johnson again. Zodi with a nice hit over the net. Albert for the Knights. Nice hit by the Rockets. Beatty again with the same setup and same positioning of the ball.
That time Berne Union just wasn't able to get out there with the block. She actually had an open one on that one and hit the back corner. Gives Fairfield Christian the lead at 22-16.
Just an animal on that side of the court. George with the pop-up. Huth with the hit. Shepard hits it, and it is out of bounds for the Rockets. That puts
second one for Shepard that she's hit a little bit long there on that side when they set her up.
That puts Knights at 23 and the Rockets at 16. Served by Johnson. Nice hit by Snook. Beatty again being set up.
That time Berne Union handled the attack.
Foresaw it coming. Nice dig by Albert. Huth with the ball. Good volley going on right here between both sides. Right with the hit. The Knights couldn't quite connect on that. Again, good volley on both sides. Good hustle.
Excellent play on both sides that time as far as there was hustling. Knights were almost completely out of it and were able to get it back in, but Berne Union was able to finish it off.
Shepard with the serve. Back to Ruthie. Beatty with the hit. Zodi with a hit for the Rockets. Nice communication there by the Rockets. Beatty with a nice hit in the backcourt.
Berne Union has a shot.
Nice job of Berne Union. Wow. That's a play right there. Man. Childers, knew she had it and knew she could get it, and she did.
Now what would be very important after a play like that is how Fairfield Christian reacts right now.
Can't let it get to the heads. Nice.
That's one of those momentum turners Berne Union could just take off right now after a play like that.
Shepard back with the serve. Speakman sets up Huth. Huth with the hit.
Once again, Berne Union hustling after it.
Speakman with nice hustle, nice dig, but couldn't quite get a set.
That brings the score at 19-23. Berne Union, little by little, creeping back into this one.
I feel the shift again.
And you certainly do. And Coach DeWeese is going to try to stop that with a substitution. She's out of timeout. She puts Madison Doolittle back in. She'll be in the back middle row. In for freshman Ruthie Johnson.
Lauren Shepard in the backcourt, serving for the Rockets. Serve is up. Beatty with the hit across court, and she connects again.
Smart play there by the junior, Lindsay Beatty. Nice little roll shot right over the block, and it dropped into the open spot. Gives the Knights the opportunity here to put it away with set point, 24-19.
McGee in the backcourt with the hit. Nice service by McGee. That is Knights game.
So with the end of the third game going to the Knights, 25-19. We will again take another commercial break here as the sides switch.
Ohio Christian University offers accredited, career-focused undergraduate and graduate degree programs for busy adults. Classes are convenient, offered online or evenings and weekends at our 12 locations. OCU will prepare you for your next step and help you discover your higher purpose.
We invite you to attend Ohio Christian University.
Welcome back to Fairfield Christian Academy for, again, tonight's varsity volleyball game between the Berne Union Rockets and the homestanding Fairfield Christian Academy Lady Knights. We're getting ready here to start game 4. We've already got 3 in the books for tonight. 2 of those going to the Lady Knights.
See what the ladies can do tonight, and see how they perform in these next couple games. Knights are up by 1. It is now 2-1 Knights.
Be interesting to see how both coaches react to this fourth game here as far as lineups. Coach Deweese has been making a little switch here and there in her lineups, trying to find the right combination. And for the last 2 games, what she's been doing has worked.
Yeah, she has.
But I think the key, though, to the Lady Knights here in game number 4 is to make sure that they get off to a good start like they did in game 2 and 3. If you go all the way back to the game they lost there in game number 1, I think at one point they were down 1-5 and maybe even like something like 2-8 or something like that.
Wow.
In that first game. So, and then in the next game, game number 2, they got off to a good start at 6-2, and in game 3 they did the same thing and got off to a good start 6-2. So we'll see what happens here. Now in this fourth game, the Knights will be having first service, and I would assume probably Beatty will be serving up the first serve for them.
See if they can get that momentum rolling early in the game, like you said, to keep good mindset, keep playing hard.
Again, another thing that makes this game important for both teams is that they both have 1 win and 0 losses in the league. So from what I've been seeing in the paper with the scores and everything, this year, the Cardinal Division of the Mid-State League in volleyball may be wide open. I don't really think that there's necessarily a favorite to take this. Fisher Catholic might have been the returning favorite from the previous years, but and Harvest Prep probably would have been a strong contender too.
Which is good. It lets the best rise to the top, let them all settle out.
But I'm sure that Fairfield Christian, first time in the league, and Berne Union, who's been here for a while, and Coach Miller in his second year is going to try to get this thing turned around so that they're on top.
Like I said, both teams want to leave this place with a win, so competition is fierce.
So the starting lineup, it looks like, for Fairfield Christian is going to be Doolittle, Sullivan, Speakman the younger, and in the back room, Beatty, Huth, and number 7, Maggie McGee. Libero Caitlin Speakman waiting to come in, I think, for Mariah Huth there in the back row.
So both sides get ready.
And for Berne Union, we've got number 3 Childers, number 34 Zodi, number 25 Shepard is in there, number 10 Tiven. Pavasco, the libero, came in. And let's see, who have I missed so far out there? I think number 22 maybe? Morrow.
Morrow, yep. Helen Morrow. Both sides get ready for this ball game.
Officials have checked the lineups. The liberos are in. The ball is back. And Beatty is up to serve here in the start of game number 4.
All right. Lindsay Beatty in the backcourt, ready to serve. Serves up. And the first point goes to the Knights. Good way to start the game.
Beatty lets everybody know as she puts up the strongman pose.
Looking fierce in the backcourt. Lindsay Beatty with the serve. Nice hit by Sullivan.
Good recovery by Berne Union on that.
Sullivan sets up Speakman. Basco with a nice dig. Childers try tipping over, but Sullivan denies it.
Really good play there at the net by senior Emily Sullivan. She went up for the block, and even though the ball didn't come quite over, what was important there is she stayed out of the net. Can't touch that net when that ball's up there. Beatty with another hard serve.
Childers with a nice tip over the net. Who's with the hit? Tabasco digs deep but can't quite get the ball up.
Beatty with 3 straight service points for the Knights. They're up 3-0 here in the crucial game 4.
Nice serve again by Beatty. Childers sets up Teeman. A little bit of miscommunication there, I think, on the Knight side.
Well, after the hit on that one, Doolittle just didn't get the ball up quick, high enough after she received the attack. She was in the right spot, good positioning, just didn't quite get it high enough.
Childers with the hit, serve. Sullivan to Doolittle. Doolittle with a nice backcourt placement. Kept Berne Union on their toes, and they couldn't quite get the point. Nice point for the Knights.
That's going to make Coach DeWeese happy there. There's another nice placement, smart play by Madison Doolittle. Another thing was the way the Knights hustled in that one. It gives them that nice start that we talked about that they would need at 4-1 with Speakman back to serve.
Younger Speakman serves and is out of bounds. A little bit of substitution going in here. Megan Shepard, and in for Megan Shepard is number 12, Kirsten Mergen. And Mergen also with a service.
Mergen served every time in that spot for the Rockets and does a good job for them.
Solid hitter.
Double whammy there on the on the Rockets as they were in the net, and they also had the ball go out of bounds on them on the tip. So that's a point for the Knights. So Sullivan, who served well in game number 3, is back there with a 5-2 lead.
Sullivan with the serve. Probasco with a nice dig there. Zordi with a nice back hit over the net. Doolittle with a powerful hit but can't quite connect as the Berne Union Rockets, Zordi blocks that.
And that's how it's done right there when you're a strong side hitter like Madison has been actually switched to here this year. Last year she played in the middle. This year she's been outside. You hit that ball hard, and even if they get the block on, you want it to go out of bounds. Exactly what happened that play. Albert's going to have to take the set way outside Doolittle, who sends it to the back. Berne Union recovers.
Beatty with the set. Speakman, Doolittle again. The backcourt. Probasco with a nice recovery there.
Probasco doing a good job right now of digging things out, and that time Berne Union got the better of it. Nice play by the libero, Allie Probasco, for the Berne Union Rockets.
19 Speakman in for number 2 Sullivan, both seniors. We got a libero in. Service by number 2.
Mariah Cryle, the junior.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time she maybe has been in.
I think so.
That's the first time I remember calling her number. So she comes in and unfortunately doesn't get the serve over, and it goes back to the Knights.
Knights with the serve.
Doolittle, nice serve to the back row.
Nice hit by Wright there. Huth with a serve, with a hit over to the Rockets side, and the Rockets can't connect.
Knights right now are just kind of getting things to churn for them as they're up 8-3. And again, that fast start, that good start for them is exactly what they had in games 2 and 3.
Doolittle with the serve for the Knights. Zordi with the set, with the Childers. Nice hit for the Rockets. Huth with a nice hit over the net. Childers sets up Zordi, hitting the backcourt, and it is out of bounds.
Jody's been one of the really strong attackers there for Berne Union tonight. That one just unfortunately went a bit long for her.
Madison Doolittle with the Knights. Up to serve. Serve is over. Zordi sets up Shepard. Huth with the hit over the net. Nice hit by Shepard there. That would be the Knights' point.
Once again, the Knights go back to junior Lindsay Beatty, who gets that kill. There's a nice block by the Berne Union Rockets, but they just couldn't handle it after the block. Actually slid underneath the net there for the net call.
Doolittle with the serve in the backcourt.
Another nice serve by her, keeping it in there.
Beatty with a great effort, great hustle, couldn't quite get it.
Right there, you saw Berne Union come back and give Fairfield Christian a little bit of its own medicine with that nice little easy attack that went over the block and dropped right behind, and nobody was able to get it.
Good placement by the Rockets. Served by Zordi. Speakman sets up Beatty. Nice placement there by the Knights. Kind of the same thing reversed again.
Not going to go the Knights' way this time. The official finally called us for a double hit on that one on the set.
Double hit. Communication going on between the...
Official hasn't gotten everybody's attention yet that that was a double hit, so the point's going to actually go to Berne Union on that one. They've been pretty, I don't know quite how to say it, lenient with the calls tonight as far as whether they've been a double hit. That's actually the first double hit on a set for the entire ball game or match. Nice serve there by the Rockets. Zordi. Doolittle comes in. Can't quite get it. That time I think they caught Fairfield Christian still kind of wondering about that last call there, but
a bit of a daze.
A little bit of a daze, but they got to get ready to go, or the Knights or the Rockets are going to come right back on them here.
Zordy again with the Rockets for the serve. Doolittle with the hit. Huth over the net for the Knights.
Rockets able to set up their attack here, and they get it down. I think that was number 22, Senior Morrow with the hit and kill. And Coach Deweese has seen enough of that. She wants to get some control here back. She was up by, I think, 10-4 before they started this last 3 points and run. So she's now only up 10-7 and wants to bring the troops together and talk to them.
With a score of only 10-7, 3-point difference. The Knights are trying to hold on to their lead they have going. See what happens after this timeout.
Just to recap, in game 1, went to Berne Union. The Rockets coming out on top 25-17. But the Knights came back in game 2, took that one 25-21, and then actually with a little bit more of a margin in game 3, won it 25-19. They do lead here in game number 4, 10-7, but it is the Rockets serve, and Zodi, the sophomore, back to serve.
I think she's been in most of this whole game. She's playing great, and she's a really good key component for their team. Zodi with the serve. Albert with the set to Beatty. Nice hit from Beatty. Shoulders over the net. Huth sets up Albert.
Oh, nice attack there by the Knights, but the Rockets handle it.
Beatty with a nice hit, powerful, and the Rockets just can't handle that.
McGee is going to be coming in for Albert to serve. Little insight into Allie Albert for all of those of you out there. She doesn't like to serve.
Huh, I didn't even know that. I go to school with her.
So McGee comes in to serve for her as the Knights are up 11-7.
McGee with the serve. It is out.
And I think she'd like to have that one back. That was a crucial point there. Berne Union is keeping it close here in game number 4. They've got to have this one or it is match over for them. So the pressure's on.
Morrow with the serve for the Rockets, number 22. Serve is up and good. Beatty with the set and the hit. Huth with nice reading the ball. Huth did a really nice job reading the ball and getting that right over.
That's what you call feeding the bear there.
Sullivan is in for Huth. Number 2 is in for number 10.
Yeah, the rotation there is actually a rotation that allows the libero to go straight back to serve. You actually see 2 of the other players switch positions and the libero stays in. So Speakman, I think this may be for the first time in this match, is serving.
Good hit by the Rockets.
Rockets starting to get back on their game right there. They've had a couple of nice attacks down the stretch here to get back in it. It's 9-12 and they're behind, but they have the serve.
Wright with the serve in the backcourt. She prepares. The Knights hoping to hold on to the lead they have here. The serve is up. Beatty sets up Speakman. Childers to number 25, Shepard. Nice tip over by Beatty. Childers tries to place the ball, but can't quite keep it in bounds.
She had the right idea on that one. That side of the court was open, and she went with that little set over there, and the Knights ran after it, but left off of it because it did go just a little bit wide. Beatty, who served strong to start off this game, comes in to serve that one. Beatty digs out the attack.
Nice job by Sullivan. Nice job hustling and recuperating there. Berne Union, Megan Shepard with a hit, and it is in the backcourt and out.
That's too bad there for Berne Union.
That was a crucial point right there. She had good placement too, but a little too hard.
They're starting to build a little momentum, and they don't want Beatty to get it going back here in the back row on the serve.
Beatty with the serve for the Knights. The Knights hit it, and it is in. Again, by the skin of their teeth. Wow.
Line judge right on that one there.
Timeout.
Mike Miller says it's time for him to take a timeout. So I think both teams now have taken a timeout here in this 4th game. And have the Lady Knights right now leading the set 15-9, trying to put this match away. They are 10 points away from being able to do that and notching their second league victory. Of course, Berne Union and Coach Mike Miller are going to try to make that not happen. So they want to make this game and this match go to 5 sets if they can. That's one thing. If Berne Union can get back in this and salvage this one and win it, and you get into game 5, no telling what's going to happen.
Exactly. All bets are off.
It's back to even, and you only go to 15 points, so Knights want to make sure that doesn't happen here. Beatty back to serve.
Beatty back to serve for the Knights. Serve is up. Right at the feet of Tabasco.
Not what Coach Mike Miller wanted after that timeout, but it's an ace for Beatty.
She is on a roll right now. She's on a streak.
16-9. They have a 7-point lead here in game 4.
Beatty with the serve.
Berne Union recovers and gets
Shepard
it back.
with the hit. Nice recovery there by Berne Union.
Setting up the outside attack with Doolittle.
Doolittle hits it.
And it's a kill. In the back row for Doolittle.
Nice hit there on Doolittle's part, and nice placement there for the Knights.
One of the things Coach Deweese is getting out of these last couple of games from the Knights is some really good attacks. They were really lacking that in game 1, kind of on their heels.
Thebes hits it. Sullivan with a hit over the net. Shepard with a hit, and it is high and out.
Shepard right there just got a little bit excited. She's had some nice hits in this game, but that one happened to go a little bit long.
Berne Union trying to hold on as they're down by 9, trying to stay in this game. Beatty with the serve. Childers sets up Thebes.
Now that time Madison did a great job on that side attack, getting the ball up where somebody could get underneath it and keeping it.
Teebman with a nice hit. Speakman sets up Sullivan. Sullivan with a spike. Teebman with a nice block.
That's something Berne Union need right there. That's been something that they've been very effective with today. Fairfield Christian having a lot of trouble with that middle hit. They've been blocking it, and they've gotten quite a few blocks on it. Get the serve back here, trailing 18-10.
Sullivan tries, get it over, she can't quite connect.
So right now, Berne Union's going to try to dig their way back into this game, down 11-18.
Childers in the back with the serve. Speakman. Another Speakman sets up Doolittle. Doolittle hits, and it is out. Now it's now 18-12. Fairfield Christian still leading, but Berne Union trying to work their way back into this game. Childers with the serve. Nice serve right there to Beatty. Nice hit on Emily Sullivan. Teebman hits it. Sullivan with the setup. Hit. Teebman with a spike. Sullivan can't quite get it over that net. The Knights got to stay in this if you want to keep this lead and win the game.
Coach Deweese seeing the momentum shifting there back to Berne Union as they have actually scored 4 points in a row. It was 18-9, and now it's 18-13. So she calls her second, I believe, and final timeout. She doesn't want this one to get any closer, but we'll have to see how Berne Union comes out of this timeout. The last time they had a timeout, Berne Union called one. Beatty came out with an ace. Berne Union would like to do nothing better but to return the favor and come back out and get the point back and keep the momentum going their way. Fairfield Christian's key to getting back this game in their hands and in their control is with a nice attack. That's what they really need, is a good serve receive, a pass up, and a nice set to either Sullivan in the middle or preferably maybe even Doolittle on the outside.
Childers in the backcourt, ready to serve.
Coach Mike Miller probably has his best server back there in Childers, as she's always started out serving for them in this match today. Beatty receives.
Sullivan with the hit.
And that's what they needed. Yeah, they should call me Dr. Dave, because I can dial up the prescription anytime that it's needed.
Dr. Dave. Speakman in the backcourt. Substitution, number 5, Johnson in for number 11, Speakman.
I think I could have called this prescription too. Mackenzie Speakman struggled with her serve the last couple of times, so Coach Deweese pulls off her freshman buddy, Ruthie Johnson, to serve for the Knights.
Childers sets up Teebman. Can't quite get it over the net. The score is now 20-13 with the Knights lead.
Tibbins done such a good job in that middle spot today with hits. It's kind of sad to see her not get that one.
Johnson with the serve. Shepard. Zordy with the hit. And she connected. Nice point there for the Rockets.
Berne Union went back to their bread and butter with Zodi on the outside. They've had several points off of her kills tonight. Fairfield Christian had trouble receiving that one.
Megan Shepard is replaced by number 12, Kristen Mergen.
We'll have to apologize here to the Berne Union players for probably the butchering of their names we've done today.
Zordy with the hit across, and it is inbounds.
That was a smart play by her that time. Not trying to go into the teeth of the defense, but hitting it down what they called line. Kind of roll shot it into that open spot right there.
Number 12, Kirsten Morgan, is back to serve again for the Rockets.
Speakman coming back into set for Johnson after she does her job into serving. At least 1 point I know she got that time.
Rockets with the serve. Beatty with the set. Albert with a nice hit over the net.
Nice hustle there by the Knights.
Shoulder sets up Teebin. Madison with a hit over the net for the Rockets.
Doolittle tried to go in line that time but couldn't get it.
Speakman sets up Albert. Nice volley going on back and forth here.
This is one of those times where I think both sides are trying to make the other team make the mistake.
And I think
that time it happened for the Knights. They stung with it, and Probasco couldn't handle the Doolittle attack on the back row.
A lot of power behind her hit.
And Sullivan, again, who has served well in the last couple of games, is back to serve with a 21-15 lead.
Sullivan with the hit. Serve. Teebin. Nice connection for the Rockets. Doolittle with a hit over the net. Back to Childers. Beekman tried getting the ball over the net, but couldn't quite get it.
And that's one of those where Coach Deweese, if she's going to talk to her about that afterwards, says you got to get low on those. Got to get low. He's kind of leaning over on that one. That gives Berne Union the chance here. Only down 16-21.
Number 2, Cryo with the serve for the Rockets. Speakman with the set. I think we have a net violation on the Rocket side.
Yeah, that was a case there where Berne Union was just a little bit anxious on that one. I think it was actually the correct call should have been on our side. I don't think the ball ever got over the net on that one.
Doolittle with the serve for the Knights. She serves it, and it is out. The Rockets were seeing that and backed off.
Both teams starting to tighten up here a little bit with some mistakes on both sides of the net. Luckily for the Knights, they do have a 22-17 lead, but Berne Union has the serve.
Zordy with the serve for the Rockets. Nice placement right at the feet of Doolittle, number 23.
She's done that several times tonight when she's gotten back there in that service spot. She's found the open hole and hit it. Fairfield Christian has adjusted the way they're receiving her right now. Allie Albert moving in a little bit. Let's see what Zodi does.
Zodi with a hit. Nice dig by Speakman. Nice hustle there by the Knights. Doolittle cannot keep it in.
And Berne Union Rockets are not going to go away on this one as they've clawed back in it. They're only down 3 points now, 19-22.
This is where it starts getting really intense, you know. Zodi with the serve for the Rockets. Doolittle sets up Huth. Huth with the ball over the net.
Berne Union's able to set up their attack.
Nice set up there by the Knights. Couldn't quite connect again.
So Berne Union back 20-22. They're down.
Difference is only 2 points now with the Rockets on the streak. Zordy serving again for the Rockets. Serving very well tonight. Speakman sets up Huth. Huth with the hit over the net. Right. Good placement there. Speakman for the Knights just couldn't quite get it. Substitution for the Knights. Number 23 coming out, and number 4, Morgan Furness is replacing Madison Doolittle.
This is what coaches refer to as a substitution to try to break the serve here.
Knights setting up as the Rockets serve. Serve is up by the Rockets. Speakman sets up Beatty. Nice placement there by Beatty. Speakman again, sets up Beatty. Beatty with the hit. Nice in the backcourt. The Rockets hustling, and they can't quite recover.
Crucial point right there. A lot of nice defense on the Rockets side, but they just couldn't get it to go for them.
That was a very crucial point for the Knights.
Beatty comes up with a big hit that time. Coach DeWeese brings out Albert and Furness. Morgan Furness, number 4, was the one who went in that we didn't get quite called that time for. And Coach Mike Miller decides to take his second timeout, so both coaches now have called 2 timeouts, and that's it for the ball game. Fairfield Christian will have the serve coming back out, leading by 2, 23-21.
Close ball game here. It's definitely not dull by any means. I've been on my toes all night, I know that for sure.
Been a good match tonight. It'll be interesting to see how these 2 teams line up the next time that they play.
Sure.
That'll be at Berne Union, of course, as in the Mid-State Leagues. Both teams play round robin at each other's locations, so they see each of the league teams twice, with each team having a home match.
McGee ready to serve for the Knights as they try to take this game with a lead of 23-21.
The serve will be real crucial coming out of that timeout for Maggie McGee, number 7.
McGee with the serve, back to Zordy. Childers sets up, number 12, Teeman. The point is toward the Rockets. Wow. Good point there. Good placement. The Rockets really needed that to help them win this game.
They're only down 1, 22-23, as there's a substitution. I think Shepard came back in, number 25. Yep.
The Rockets with the serve. Number 21, Lauren Shepard, who sets up Beatty. Beatty with a nice hit. Speakman couldn't quite get that ball over that net. Good effort by the Knights, couldn't quite get it though.
The Rockets have tied it up, 23-23. They know just how important it is to try to get this to 5 games.
All right,
He's trying to shake them up again with another substitution.
Johnson in for Speakman. Lauren Shepard again in the backcourt, ready to serve for the Rockets. Nice serve there. Beatty with it, and the Knights score the point. Nice placement by the Knights. Good communication there. Good job all around.
And they do their little substitution there that puts the libero, Caitlin Speakman, back in to serve here. We are at match point, 24-23.
Johnson sets up Sullivan. Sullivan with a nice hit. Nice dig there by Beatty. Speakman with the hit over the net. Childers sets up right. Johnson with a nice pop-up over the net. Can't quite get it over. The game is now tied 24-24. This is where the action happens right here.
If this was a baseball game, we'd say they're going into extra innings here with the 24-24, but it is volleyball here at Fairfield Christian Academy tonight. Berne Union trying to come back and win this game 4 and send us into 5 games.
Probasco for the Rockets with the serve. The serve is up, and it is in. Wow, that was on the line. That was close, but it was in. The ref called it. The games are now 2-2.
All Berne Union needs. They are at set point at 25-24. They win this and we're in 5.
Speakman with a hit. Johnson sets up Doolittle. Childers sets up Teeman. Childers sets up Zordy. Nice hit there. The Knights set up Sullivan. Can't you do it? Nice hit to the backcourt to Probasco. Childers to Shepard. Nice hustle there. Nice hit by Johnson. And Berne Union misses that hit. It is now 25-25. And I believe that you have to win by 2, correct?
You do have to win by 2.
So, see what happens here.
If they're not careful, we could be here all night if they keep going back and forth. But right now, Beatty, one of the strongest servers up for Fairfield Christian, with a 25-25 tie.
Beatty with a nice serve. Zordy
nice
with the
reception
set.
there.
Doolittle with a nice hit for the Knights. Childer sets up Tiemann. Sullivan with a hit over the net for the Knights. The Rockets set up with a nice hit. Johnson sets up Doolittle. Tiemann with a hit to the backcourt. Sullivan to Doolittle. Nice hit there to Madison Doolittle. That'll put the Knights up 1 point.
That was a nice hit there and a nice play there.
26-25. Beatty in the backcourt to serve. Knights' strongest server.
We're at match point here. Berne Union handles it, but it's going to be a free ball.
Ruthie with a hit over the net. Back to Speakman. Ruthie sets it up for Sullivan. Sullivan hits it, and it is in the net. Wow. Tiemann was there again. She is a monster up front.
Right there's where Ruthie Johnson's got to learn to go outside. Doolittle just had a big hit before that.
Set for
And that
Doolittle.
time she does it.
Nice hit by Doolittle.
What did we just say? What the doctor ordered.
Doctor did.
The prescription was to go outside on that one. That brings the freshman, Ruthie Johnson, back in a little bit of a pressure cooker situation here. She's got the match point at 27-26 in her hands, and she's going to serve.
Johnson with the serve. Nice serve to the backcourt.
Nice reception there by Berne Union.
Zordy with a nice hit. And it is in. Wow. The way this is going, I think we are going to be here all night.
Well, Berne Union doesn't want to lose this one. They're playing like they've got to have this game, which they do.
Both sides just giving it extreme effort.
And it's back to a 27-27 tie here.
Mergen with a nice serve there for the Rockets. Doolittle with a hit to Probasco. Childer sets up Zordy. The hit is to Ruthie Johnson, and she cannot connect. That'll put the Rockets up 28-27 over the Knights.
Rockets back at set point, trying to win this fourth game and send it into 5.
Rockets with the serve. And the Rockets win that set. Wow. Nice hustle on both sides. Both teams gave it completely all they had, and the Rockets came out with the victory on that.
So with the end of game 4 going to the Berne Union Rockets, we will be back for game number 5 after this message.
Uh-oh, Vince. They're really cracking down on safety belts these days.
What's up, officer?
I'm giving you a ticket for committing an 811.
Safety belt violation.
Compliments of Barney Fife. We never wear safety belts. We're dummies.
Weisenheimers.
He gave us a ticket.
A man's got to do what he's got to do.
We are back here for the coverage of the Berne Union Rockets versus the Fairfield Christian Academy Knights. Both teams playing excellent. And we'll see what happens in this next game.
Well, just to recap on what's happened here tonight, Berne Union came out and won the first game 25-17. Second game went to the Knights as they came on strong to win that one 25-21. And then the Knights also took game number 3 as once again they started off early, were able to finish strong 25-19. And then game number 4, the barn burner, went all the way into extra points as they got tied 25-25. And then finally, Berne Union was able to pull it out and hang on to win that one to tie it up at 2 games apiece. That's going to send it into game 5 right now, and it appears that both teams are going to stay on the same side they were for game 4. And I believe Fairfield Christian may have won the serve. This game 5 will only go to 15 points. It is still, though, win by 2. Key to this game, get out early, start off strong.
Exactly. And like you were saying earlier for other games, if the Knights have the serve, get the first point, get the momentum going. And the Rockets, they're always good at just staying in there and, hustling hard.
this is one of those situations where everything kind of changes a little bit when you shorten that game to 15 points. Everything gets a little bit more important. Now, I'd have to say, with the way that game number 4 ended, if I were probably a betting man, I'd say that probably the momentum is a little bit on Berne Union's side right now. So Fairfield Christian is going to have to do a really, really good job of making sure that they keep their heads in this ball game, stay focused. It will help that they have the first service here with Lindsay Beatty back. It'll be important for her to get a good serve in and see what happens.
It's up in the air in this game, 2-2. The Knights with their starting lineup, they have Johnson in the front row with Sullivan and Doolittle. And then you also have McGee and Huth and Beatty with the serve. And for the Rockets, they have Childers in the front row with Shepard and Teben. And in the back row, they have Wright, Zordy, and also number 22, who is Helen Morrow.
So once again, the officials are checking the lineups, getting everything set here as we get ready to go. We want to thank the Fairfield Christian media team for their work tonight. I know you probably have a better clue on who's all on the cameras tonight.
Yeah, what are they
working this, and in the back on the production crew too.
Yep, all the Fairfield Christian Academy media team. We have Junior Collins on camera, Harrison Poole, Ryan Washek. We also have Tyler Stevens working camera. And switching the game tonight would be Dane Alexander and JT Bertram himself, the man of the hour.
He is the man.
He is the man, yeah.
He is the myth. He is the legend.
He's taught me everything I know, and he's something else. Alrighty. Lindsay Beatty with the service in the back. Seeing if she can connect with her really good serves. See if she can score some points. Alright. First point does go to the Knights, as the Berne Union Rockets couldn't quite connect there.
Berne Union goes into a four-man receive on Beatty.
Childers sets up Teben, and they get that point.
This fifth game could be like this, a little bit back and forth. We'll have to see if one team can kind of get their foothold and get a little momentum going here over the other one.
Childers with the serve for the Rockets. Johnson sets up Doolittle. Doolittle with a nice hit over the net. Zordy with a hit for the Rockets. Sullivan with a hit, and it is out.
And Berne Union starts off with a 2-1 lead. Not exactly the way Coach Mary Beth would have wanted this script to go here in the fifth game.
Childers with the serve, right at the feet of Caitlin Speakman. She gave it all she had, but couldn't quite reach it.
Well, Childers had the placement on her on that one. And so Berne Union jumps out to that early lead we talked about, 3-1. They've got the momentum still going with them from game 4. Beatty tried to get it going with that first serve, but Childers has come back and got an ace right there, dropping it in front of the back line for Fairfield Christian.
Good hit.
Coach Mary Beth DeWeese realizes how important it is her early in this fifth final set, because the game does only go to 15 points.
Exactly. A lot tighter of scoring. All right, the Rockets get ready to come back out with Rachel Childers again for the serve. 3-0 for her service. Childers with the serve. Sullivan to Speakman. Nice spit by the libero. Shepard with a hit there. Johnson, freshman, with a hit over to the Rockets side. Zodi with a nice setup there and a nice hit over the net. Doolittle with a good power hit back to Probasco.
Both teams right now with a lot of good attacks in there.
Doolittle with a nice little tip over the net.
But Berne Union recovers.
To Zodi, the confident leader of the Rockets team.
Both teams are trying to make the other team make the mistake here.
Johnson setting up Doolittle again. Childers. Doolittle with a nice, she saw the ball and acted on it. She did really well there, tipping the ball over the net.
Allie Albert, number 8, coming back in for Maggie McGee, number 7 in the front row. Ruthie Johnson, number 5, going back to serve again in this final game 5. The Knights.
Johnson serves, it is out.
Now down 2-4 as Johnson hits left wide on that one and misses out of bounds.
Score is now 2-4 with the Rockets with the lead. All right, back to serve is Helen Mora of the Berne Union Rockets. She is a senior. All right. The Knights trying to get this ball across, and they can't quite make it happen.
Not a good scenario right now for the Knights as they're down 2-5 in this 5th game here. They're going to have to stop the tide and make sure they get a side out this time.
All right, Doolittle with the hit. The backcourt. Zodi with the setup to Teeben. Teeben with a nice hit on the Ruthie Johnson. A lot of power behind it. Ruthie couldn't quite connect that.
And just like in games 2 and 3 when the Knights won, it's now Berne Union who's up 6-2 here early in this one.
Teeben with the serve for the Rockets. The Knights try to stay in this. Ruthie was trying to get the balls in net. Johnson couldn't quite do it. Score is now 2-7 as the Rockets increase their lead. Teeben again for the serve. I'm sorry, Helen Morrow for the serve. And again, they baffle the Knights in confusion.
And down 2-8. Coach Mary Beth Louise takes her final timeout in this last game. She knows she can't wait any longer to try to get them back into this one. They're down by 6 points right now. That last one was just a situation where the Knights just weren't ready to go. I mean, they just let the ball drop out there. The first hit didn't get up to the net. Setter Ruthie Johnson didn't quite get to it. Nobody else stepped up to take care of it.
We're quite ready for it. Let's see if the Knights can, get their heads back in the game and, come back and, do well. And again, yeah, Berne Union does definitely have the momentum right now, so we'll see what happens.
And this is one of those games where you kind of hate to see either one of the teams lose, but there always does have to be a winner and there does have to be a loser.
Exactly.
And right now, it's whoever can hold on here in game number 5 with the Berne Union Rockets having the advantage 8-2.
Helen Morrow with the serve for the Rockets, number 12. Caitlin Speaking with the dig. Ruthie Johnson trying to get that over. She just can't do it. The Rockets, or the Knights, got to stay in this mentally and physically if they want to be able to compete and win. Morrow with the serve for the Rockets. Johnson sets up Doolittle. Doolittle with a nice hit to the Rockets back. Doolittle with a nice tip over.
Oh, 34 went in net. Sorry, I'm losing it on that one. 34 went right into the net from Berne Union, and they called it on Fairfield Christian. I have no clue what they're thinking on that one. In fact, the Berne Union players are laughing about it.
So they got a little bit of grace there. Albert with a hit to the back to Babasco.
That's a good way to call it there, Nate.
Childers
I got another name for it.
Childers sets up Teeben. Speak with a nice dig. Sullivan, nice hit over the net. Gets the point. All right.
Well, it's going to be a long climb up for Fairfield Christian here now, down 3-10.
The Knights hoping that they can, use this point as a stepping stone and hopefully get back up there with the Rockets. Sullivan with the serve. Probasco set up. Childers. Number 21. The Rockets. Nice dig there by Mariah Huth. The Rockets received that point. All right, number 2, Cryle in the back for the Rockets serving. Back to Beatty. Huth with a hit. And Cryle connects with the ball as it's clearly going out of bounds.
And I think that's one, if she left it gone, it was probably heading out, but she didn't quite know where she was there on the back line, so she put her hands up there. And it gives Fairfield Christian just a little bit of life, although right now they may need the resuscitator.
Doolittle with the serve.
Okay, they called a rotation violation. Somebody was overlapped with somebody that they shouldn't have or moved too quickly. Coach Mike Miller getting the explanation from the official.
So that gives
after they missed 34 backing into the net. I'm kind of surprised they got that one, but I didn't really say that, did I?
Yeah, I think you did.
No, I didn't.
Doolittle with the serve for the Knights. Nice dig there by Speakman. Speakman with a hit over the net. Childers sets up Zodi. Childers with a hit. Nice spike there by Wright. Wow, she set up perfectly by Albert, and she connected with that.
That was one on Allie Albert's dig. She put that one right up there for the Berne. She put it right back down.
Good job by Abby Wright for the Rockets. Zodi in the backcourt serving for the Rockets. Seeing if she can score a point. Doolittle tries to get it. She hits it behind her and out of bounds. The Knights can't keep on making these crucial mistakes if they want to stay in this and win this game.
Well, they're down right now, 5-12. And Zodi, who's been very good at place serving and finding the open spots, is back there again to try to serve. It's now 13-5, I'm sorry.
Zodi with the serve in the backcourt. Serve is up. Speakman with a hit. Albert with a nice hit there. And the point goes to the Knights. Dr. Dave, what is your prediction?
Well, like I said, I think the Fairfield Christians on their last leg here, and they're going to need some shot of adrenaline right here, and hopefully Megan McGee can bring that to them as she's back to serve. They're down 6-13. Berne Union only 2 points away from this match. Morgan Furness catches that as she's coming to the ball game.
Beatty with a hit, and she does not get it over the net. That's surprising coming from Beatty, and seeing how hard of a hitter she is.
Well, this last game, Fairfield Christian has just tightened up. Some of their youth has been showing out there with some of their mistakes and stuff, but it'll be something they can grow on.
Set point, I believe.
This is actually match point.
Match point, I'm sorry, match point. With Morrow in the back serving for the Rockets. Ruthie sets up Beatty. Wright with a hit. Nice dig there by Speakman. And the Rockets hit it out of bounds.
And with their last gasp, Fairfield Christian stays in this. They haven't given it up yet. It'll be a really long haul for Caitlin Speakman.
Down 7 with Caitlin Speakman serving for the Knights.
She's got to at least serve 7 straight points to give them a chance. It is out. But she serves it out. And so game 5, 15-7 goes to the Berne Union Rockets, and they're able to come back and pull this one out for the match.
Nice game on the Rockets. Nice game on both sides, actually. Both teams really gave it a lot. The Rockets were able to, come back and, make the win happen for them.
And they will meet again this year. We'll have to see exactly what happens then as Coach Mary Beth try to get her team ready for that. So from Fairfield Christian Academy, I'm Dave DeWeese.
And I'm Nate Howes.
Nate Howes. We had a great time together calling this game. We're just so happy that you were able to join us. Stay tuned for more action at Fairfield Christian later this season as we bring you more varsity volleyball, football, and many other things.